Next, I would like to thank the Dirt, Joey Christensen, Aaron Webb, the entire Dirt crew for bringing this race to Arizona for the 7th time and the 2nd time here at Fear Farm RC Raceway. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for letting me be part of it. It is absolutely a thrill of a lifetime each and every year. And finally, let me thank Ken, Robert, the entire Fear Farm ownership group and community. You guys have built a fantastic facility for us, and we truly appreciate that. And we get to appreciate it here every single Saturday through the entire year. So we're very, very lucky, but thank you for your dedication. A lot of happy people out there, and this time worldwide due to this track right here. So thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you back here next year. All right, drivers, I've got marshals in place. We're ready to go. 30 seconds now. 30 seconds, drivers. $15 seconds. We're all checked. 15, 1-5. Everybody checked and ready to go for the finale here on a Saturday. Pro Truck for 45 minutes. Ty Tessman out of Canada, your champion. Will he repeat? We'll see. Good luck to you, drivers. Marshals ready. Drivers ready. Down and quiet. Screaming down the front side, it is Adam Drake. Wheeler, a flame out at the start. He gets refired. Right side, watch out. A car coming through. Car coming through there on the right side. Watch out, watch out. So a 45-minute final. A flame out at the start from Chris Wheeler. So he'll play catch up here with the pack. Moving on to the backside here with Adam Drake in that bright orange front end. The Losi leading the way as he did in qualifying through the right side. Step on, step off, the blue front end for Jared Tebow in the number 2 slot. And then third goes to Cavalieri. So Drake, then former champion. Then Dylan Rodriguez out of Las Vegas with a Kyosho. And now Rodriguez and Cavalieri get together. Rodriguez going to drop a little bit. 4 vehicles all piled together off that right side triple. And you know earlier how I was talking about the longer the day goes, how the competition level kind of amps up and continues to go higher and higher. Watch the middle section there. Watch the middle, watch the middle, watch the middle. Another car right there. Well, how about this? When these guys hit the track, instantly you can tell next level driving, next level preparation. Absolutely flying through this layout here, laid down by Joey C and the Dirt crew over the last 3 or 4 weeks. Onto the backside is Jared Tebow taking over the top spot from Drake through the 5-pack section. Double single right there, coming over that ski jump section. Drake to the outside. Now they both cut the corner. Drake up on 2 wheels. Through the cradle, Tebow, and then Drake. 36.5 to a 36.7. Keeping our eyes right here on the front side. I know we got a lot of battles happening through the track, but when we're this close for the win right now, early on as it is, we're going to keep our eyes glued to the front of the pack. Tebow in the Kyosho, Orion Power and AKA, and Drake with the Losi. Now Drake a little bit to the inside. Looks like Tebow went a little bit wide, and Drake a double pass right there, and through the option cuts out to about 30 feet. Moving through the right side again and by the start-finish line. Now Drake gets a little sketchy there. Coming onto the start-finish line. Cuts off the corner. Looked like Tebow wanted to make a run right there, but he stays back. Not the time to make that pass, he says in his mind. Through the rollers on the backside. Drake protecting the inside. Double, inside line again. And now they collide, they get together. Little drag race coming up onto that little option. Drake outside, and Tebow inside, and Drake backwards on the back straightaway. Tebow leader once again. 9, Drake with the 39.7. Those two got together. moving to the top side here. Tebow, then Drake. About 2 seconds between those two. And here we go. Ty Tessman of the Hot Bodies out of Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. He is now 3 behind. So let's give the overall here. Tebow, Drake, Tessman, top 3. Cavalieri, Lutz, Mayfield, Truey, Rodriguez, King, Blair, Peterson, Fisher, Beyer, Courts, and Chris Wheeler. Again, stepping up on the top left, Tebow had a 2.1 second advantage, and that has completely evaporated here. That time around, a 36.8 from Tebow, and Drake, 35.9, that's fast lap of the race. 35.9 from Adam Drake. And now Drake goes lawn dart into that 5th jump. We've seen that a couple times today. If you go too far on that second double and your nose down, that car will just stick right there. He was lucky it didn't flip over backwards. And now Drake gets off track, right to the Marshall, back down on the track, but now I've got Ty Tessman battling with Drake. Here we go down the front side, coming off that double into turn number 1, headed up the hill. And that allows Tebow to get breathing room, and that is a very, very scary thing. And now Drake, traction rolling through. So I've got Tessman now up into the 2 spot. Drake drops to 3rd. Cavalieri, oh, and look like Truey, who's been driving very, very well this week, makes a nice inside maneuver there, takes the spot away from Cavalieri. Back to the front side, Tebow, former champion. Tessman, former champion. Drake wants it. Truey, former champion. Cavalieri, former champion. Look at these guys killing it out there, getting together right there on the track. King and Rodriguez. Billy Fisher, another 1.2 back. Mayfield, 1.6 behind. Martin Beyer, then 2.2 back. Chris Wheeler, 1.5 back in 11th. Taylor Peterson, 2 behind. Then Lutz, Blair, and Courts. And I've got all 15 cars still working the track here. We are about 5:40 in and 39:20 to go. Jared Tebow, 36.7. Tessman, 36.7. 35.9 again. Adam Drake running quick ones out there. And now Tebow on lap number 7 has a new fast lap overall. That's a 35.802. 35.802 compared to Drake with a 35.9. 1/10 of a second quicker. Tessman 4.6 back. Adam Drake just 7/10 behind. Looks like most of these pro guys are taking the inside option and doubling onto the back straightaway. I think the best battle right now is a couple former champions moving on to the front side. Cavalieri in the Associated versus Truey in the Losi. Ford versus Chevy right now headed up the hill, almost nose to tail. You can see Truey making a little run, then he stabs the brakes. Truey to the inside, tried to squeeze it through, couldn't make it work. Up on the right side, triple. Truey, look at him set that thing so he can land on power. And again, just right up onto his back door and then nail up over the ski jump. Truey takes it when one fell swoop, and Cavalieri does not. Down the backside. Cavalieri again by the line. 37.1 to a 37 flat. Look at these guys run. Through the step-up section, right and inside on the pipe. I get the feeling like that might be Truey's line. If he can squeeze another foot or two, he will make a run up onto the inside there. Squirts the back end out just a bit now. And Truey drops back now. He's out of shape. Has to go super wide. Powers back through over that double. Through the option and coming to the back straight away again. Cavalieri and then Truey. And that allows Rodriguez to make it a 3-way battle. Cavalieri with the 36.5. Truey at 37.3. Rodriguez at 36.1. That's his fast lap. Tebow leads the way now by 6. Tebow into the 5-pack there. Blue front end. And wearing car number 4, Tebow. White rims. White wing. An icon in the sport, of course. Jared Tebow back to the front line. To 36.8. And he's got about a 6-second advantage now on Ty Tessman. But it is a very, very long race. We're 8 minutes 15 in and 36.45 to go. Tons of time remaining here. In for fuel. Here we go. Dylan Rodriguez in and out with his A-main Kyosho. Anybody else peeling in? No, they are not. And let's keep this in mind. Fuel mileage. Who's going to be able to go? If you can go one less fuel stop, fuel stop's probably going to be about worth 5 seconds. Drake through the front. Clean through the first 9 minutes of this race, but he is running third right now to Tessman in 2, and Tebow in the number 1 slot. Tessman 6 back from Jared Tebow at this point. Adam Drake is 9 back total from your leader and 3.7 back from Tessman. Tebow working onto the backside here, looking for some close battles. They're really all over the track. Who are we going to focus in on now? I just want to check out and see what Tebow is doing now. 43.7 that time around. Drake with a 36.5. And so Tebow may be in for fuel right around the 9-minute mark. Drake 2.6 back now. Tessman another 2 seconds back after a 42.3. Dylan Rodriguez 4. Cavallari in the 5 slot, 2.3 back. Fisher, Truey, King, and Mayfield at 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And check out those 4 up onto the front side, step up. And that is Fisher. Moving in through that 5-pack now. Double, single. And now a flame out for Lutz. I believe that is Lutz. It's either Lutz or Peterson. Lutz had problems, and he is now off the track, I do believe. He's back in 15th. Coming up on 10:30 in, 34:30 to go. Tons of time remaining here of this 45-minute A-main final. The pro guys, the best of the best right here with us in Phoenix, Arizona. Tons of rain and snow and weather and cold early on in the week. And we have battled through that. All makes it worthwhile, all the work that Joey's put into it. The track is absolutely perfect. Little moist. And the traction is definitely very high bite right now. Drake getting a little heat right through the front side now by Rodriguez. Drake in third, Dylan Rodriguez. 7/10 back. It looks like he's even a little bit closer than that now. Double, single, and then Rodriguez upside down. So Adam Drake, a little breathing room right now. Rodriguez and Cavallari are now going to duke it out for fourth. Down the back straightaway they go. Kyosho and Associated working back there. Back to the front side. Rodriguez for amainhobbies.com, one of our premier sponsors of the event. Rodriguez, yellow rims, yellow wing out of Las Vegas, Nevada with the Kyosho. And Cavallari in his signature white, yellow, and red Associated. In through the roller section there. Those guys kind of spacing themselves out a little bit. Oh, and now they get tight together once again. Oh, and Rodriguez, did he break that front right? Keep an eye on that front right for Rodriguez. Down the front side. Kind of sliding a little bit. Looks like Rodriguez kind of varying that steering there. Definitely does not look underneath him 100%. He steered into that pipe even though it was low speed. Might have knocked something out of shape there. We'll have to look back on Rodriguez and see if he can stay there with Cavallari. Back to the front of the pack as we hit the 12:30 mark. Jared Tebow, 5 out on Tessman. So even though he was able to get out by 5 and 6, he has not been able to step out further than that. Tebow coming out of the roller there and into the 5-pack next. And barring a mistake, just cruising at this point. Ty Tessman now coming up over that ski jump as well. The white, purple, and black. Tessman through the top shelf. Left to right down the back straightaway. Up into that little cradle area. Steps it off and by the line. Tessman 5.5 behind. A 36.4 for Tebow. A 36.8 for Tessman. Fast lap, still back there on lap number 7 from Tebow, a 35.8. Tessman fast lap, 36.3. 35.9 Drake, 36.4 Cavalieri. Other fast laps, Mayfield a 35.9. He's back in 7th right now. Truy a 35.9. So these guys are quick all the way through this pack. And we've got about 13:45 in. 13 minutes and 45 in here, side by side through this front rhythm section. Tandem for Peterson was on the outside, Tebow on the inside, and finally broke. So Rodriguez probably cracked an arm and then finally loses it. A lot of time left though, so he'll try to get back out there and run a few more laps. So Rodriguez off the track right now. Donnie takes it, and they'll start taking a look at it down there in pit lane. Tebow, Tessman, Drake top 3, Cavalieri right there with Drake, and let's focus in on that battle. Coming up onto the 5-pack. Oh, Drake! Drake had it up on 2 and had to save it, and now almost goes upside down, and it's Cavalieri that capitalizes. Cavalieri and the Associated through the front side. 36.9 now with AKA and Team Orion. White front end, yellow to red. Up to that front side step-up section. Cody King making a little noise right now in the top 5. 1 back from Drake. And now Drake gives up that spot, so maybe a fuel stop here. Maybe not. Kind of interesting to come in for fuel at the 15-minute mark, so most likely that did not happen unless he's getting on sequence 4 later. Through the right side, here we go. King versus Drake. Drake kind of had an inside line right there. Whenever that happens, when you go inside and make the turn, you can't carry as much speed, and Drake carried the speed but had to get on the brakes, kind of slide it sideways. We'll see the next time by if he tries maybe a more outside line and hits the apex in that turn through the step up in turn number 1. Cody King, world champion with Team Kyosho back in 2010. Now with the Reds, and now King comes in for fuel. Picks it up on the blocks, fuel goes in, pit pop and gone. 16 in, 29 to go. 16 in, 29 remaining. I've got Tebow by 6.7. Tessman in the 2. Cavalieri another 13 back, so a big advantage for Tessman over Cavalieri. More fuel stops happening. Taylor Peterson, fuel in and back down and away. 16:30 in, 28:30 to go. Jared Tebow leading out by 7. Cavalieri 20 back from the lead. Adam Drake 3 back from Cavalieri. Ryan Mayfield right there, and we'll focus in there. Those guys are within 0.3 of a second at the start-finish line. Drake in the bright orange front end, signature colors there with the low seat, and signature colors as well for Mayfield. Drake with Proline rubber, and Mayfield with J Concepts on the bottom of that rig. Through the right side, over the cradle jump there. That time around, Adam Drake 36.3, Mayfield 37.1. And it looks like these two possibly catching, I say possibly catching, Ryan Cavalieri. Austin Blair going to have a leader on you right there. Austin Blair. $17:30 in, 27:30 to go. Man, the time just races by in these pro finals. Absolutely just flies by. Here comes Cavalieri. He's up on the block. Saxon catches. Drake gets by. Cavalieri back out. Ryan Mayfield comes in. So Cavalieri and Mayfield pitting on the same lap here. Now working lap number 28. 18 in, 27 to go. Tebow, your leader, comes in for fuel. Back down and away for Tebow. Billy Fisher has fuel. Ty Tessman, maybe fuel on the last lap as he has a 42 flat. Probably not. Fuel takes a little bit longer than that, I would think. Jared Tebow through that 5-pack section. Tessman, Drake, Cavalieri, King, top 5. Mayfield right on the back door of Cody. They step up onto the top left. King of the Kyosho and Mayfield right here from Arizona in the Associated. And looks like we have a flame out. So Martin Beyer. Now here comes Drake in at the 19-minute mark. So it looks like Drake pitting at about 9 minutes 30 each time. 9 minutes 30. Normally always gets excellent run time, does Drake. He comes out just in front of Cody King and Mayfield. And Cody King all over his tail. Makes the turn, double, single. And look at this. Moving to the backside. How about this freight train of names? Oh, and now Cavalieri catches the corner on that option. And Drake gets by. So here we go. Adam Drake, Cavalieri, King, and Mayfield. Freight train up the left side. And it looks like we've got a battle for the lead right now with Jared Tebow. And then Ty Tessman, the current champion. Both of those guys, past champions. Tessman with 3. The first big race win for Ty Tessman was out at the Nitro pit a few years ago in truck. And the very next day, Cavalieri, who was in a battle with Tessman and leading, kind of gave it away. Next day he came in, he laid it down, he did business, and took the big win in buggy. So Tessman, no stranger to championships, no stranger to big wins and pressure. 2012 could not have been stronger for any one driver, more so than what it was for Ty. Roar championships, swept them all. Nitro Challenge championships, swept them all. Just one, came up short, but just barely at the Worlds. Basically, it was 2000 Ty, and now is it going to be 2013 for Ty Tessman. Tessman takes advantage of a little mistake there, coming out of the 5-pack for Tebow. So it's Tessman with OS power leading the way right now. Through the front side, 36.3 for Tessman. Tebow at 37.5, half a second between the two. Adam Drake third, 2 seconds back then to Cavalieri. Cody King right there with Ryan Cavalieri. Then Mayfield and Truey as well. And where are those guys at on the track? We're not going to take too much time to look at them right now because it's all out front in this one. These guys are doing everything they can to move to the front. Tebow has led for a majority of this race, but at the 21:45 mark, it's Tessman, and now Cavalieri makes a mistake, and Ryan Mayfield gets by. So Tessman, your reigning champion, trying to go back-to-back. I don't know, in the 7 years that I've been calling these Nitro Challenge events, if I remember, a back-to-back champion in any of the pro classes, what it always seems like is somebody gets hot and confident, and they just sweep it, and the next year it's someone new. Maybe we'll change things up this year. Oh, and now Tessman, traction rolls coming off again, has problems. Fisher checks up and stays off him. But now a change of fortune with Tebow and the Kyosho out front once again. Bright blue front end leading up to that step-up section. Tessman in the white, purple, and black. Coming up and past our halfway point just like that. 45-minute final. In my mind, here's what happens. I'm announcing 40 over truck, and I'm announcing open truck, and I'm wondering, how am I going to talk for 45 minutes about these cars going around the track? And guess what? Every single time, these guys make it where it flies by in the blink of an eye. They're doing it again tonight. Jared Tebow and Ty Tessman, just a couple seconds between the two. Adam Drake in that 3 slot. I'm going to try to get a gap back to Drake. Here he is at the line. Drake with a 38.5. He's 20 back. Cody King one back, and then 7/10 back to Mayfield. We're going to keep our eyes right there. 3 cars battling for a podium right here. One of them, your top qualifier in the class, Adam Drake. Losi for Drake. Kyosho in the hands of, oh wow, Cody King. Cody King got loose and up on 2 wheels, saved it. And the Associated, the platform of choice for Ryan Mayfield for years and years and years. Onto the backside they go. Drake splits off a little bit now, maybe a second and a half the difference between those two. Drake by the line, 36-6. 36-6 from King, and a 36-7 from Mayfield. Mike Truey 3 back, then Cavalieri a 1.8 deficit. These guys are tight. Drake, King, Mayfield, Truey, Cavalieri, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th right here through the step-up section. And now it's upside down in the 5-pack there for Cavalieri. Who does he collect? Collects Peterson a bit. Peterson back in 9th right now. So Peterson at this point not a factor. 24:45 in. We've got 20:15 to go. Coming up on our 20-minute mark to finish this one out. Peterson comes in for fuel. Fuel in and back down and away on the track. Like I said, running in that number 9 spot. Tebow to the step-up section. And Tessman. Last time around, 36-7 for Tebow. Ty trying to track him down, but going the wrong way. 37-4, so it's 2.8 between the two. And more than a straightaway the difference. Tebow again coming back to the front line. That time around, 36-5. Tessman by the line, 36-6. Tebow with a little mistake now. So Tebow, a couple of mistakes here in the first 10 seconds of lap number 42. And that gets the crowd on their feet once again. So it's Tebow in the Kyosho out front of this one with Team Orion Power. Tessman with OS Power in that hot bodies, D8T. And now peeling it off wide, Tessman. Tessman comes in up on the blocks. Gord has fuel back down and away. Tessman screams out and out of turn number 1, steps it up big time air there. Tebow through the triple section, moving on to the backside through the rollers. Gets off track, gets off track. Tebow has a definitely interesting line. We'll see if he repeats it on the next lap. But coming over that ski jump, he flies up into that little pitcher's mound area and just stabs the brakes, pivots it right on the corner, and then takes that inside option line. One thing that's interesting is now that it's just A-main guys, I don't really see anybody going wide. Everybody's taking that inside and jumping over the corner and onto the back straightaway. 18 to go, 27 down. Here's your overall. Tebow by 5 now on Tessman. Mayfield comes in for fuel. Ryan Mayfield up into the top 3. Adam Drake 2.4 back in 4th, and Cody King in the top 5. Truey, Cavalieri, Fisher, Blair, and Peterson, and then Chris Wheeler battling for Peterson in the top 10. Fuel stop this lap for Tebow. The lap before for Tessman. And it looks like possibly a slow stop for Tebow. It was a decent stop for Ty. And Ty Tessman takes over the top spot. Double single. Over the ski jump. No power to get over there for Jared Tebow. Coming down the backside. And somebody lost a sticker, I think. Back to the front side. Tessman leading out through that step-up section with Tebow. Cavalieri in the mix for 7th right now. He's 8 back from Truey. Truey 4.5 back from Cody King. King 5 back from Drake. Drake 2 back from Mayfield. And that might have been, nope, wasn't. It was Cody King taking a tumble there at the start-finish line. So Adam Drake came in for fuel that time around. Mayfield in the top 3. Drake and then Truey. Truey 6.5 back at the line with Cody King, another 2. $16 minutes to go now. 1-6-16. Fans lining the track all the way around. 2 deep sometimes. Bleachers are filled up on the RVs on the left side. This place looks money. Best drivers right here. Read about them every single day. You go to Neo Buggy, thanks to Phil for stopping out here to Arizona again. Talk to Phil, and he's been out to Phoenix now 7 times. He is hooked, and we appreciate his coverage. LiveRC.com. Thanks so much for your coverage as well. Everybody tuned in online, pulling for their favorite driver and trying to put some product in their pockets as well. An RC Fantasy League. How far have we come? And it'll only get bigger, guaranteed, with these names right here carrying the load. Ty Tessman, leader by 9/10 by the front side. Through the step-up section. Hot bodies leading the way. Tessman over that little shallow table. Right side triple. It's like Tebow a little bit quicker, downsiding and facing perfectly to get back on the gas instantly. Tessman makes it, but Tebow does not. Tessman over the ski jump. Tebow has to take it 2 at a time, or 2. And here we go again. Tessman, hot bodies, leading the way. 1.2 back to Tebow. I want to look back through and see where we're at everywhere else, but these guys still locked together. Just one small bobble, and the hands up Tessman. And it'll be a side-by-side battle. I don't want to miss that. Triple, no problems there, up over that roller. In the daytime, when it's a little bit dry out there, you can see those guys kind of rail it up off that berm, and the dirt just flies. Right now, the track is pretty tacky. A little water in the track as Joey and the Dirt Crew have been working on it all day to try to get it perfect for this race right here, for race number 27. Tessman 36.3, Tebow 36.7, 1.5 between the top 2. Ryan Mayfield third quick right now. Adam Drake another 8 behind. Mike Truey another 3.4 back. Then it's Cody King 2/10 back. Fisher 14 behind. Cavallari 1.4. Austin Blair. Then Taylor Peterson, Chris Wheeler, Jeremy Courts off the track. Lutz working still, so Lutz is going to pick up a spot and go to 12th. Martin Beyer off early, and Dylan Rodriguez as well. Tessman 36.3, Tebow 36.6. So we've seen that gap grow. It was 1.3, then it went to 1.6. Now it's 1.9, 3/10 a lap in the last few. Tessman a little bit quicker than Tebow. Be difficult to see where, but there's one spot as Tebow cases that right side triple. 12:45 to go. More pit stops coming up, I think. Keep an eye on pit lane entry there. Drake 9 back from Mayfield. Truey then 3 back. Cody King another 2 behind. And King comes out. So King has fuel at the 12:30 mark. He'll have to make one more stop. Cavallari was in the mix early. Cavallari right now stuck back in 8th. He's 3 back from Fisher. Fisher 12 back from King. King 2 back from Truey. Truey 3 back from Drake. There's Drake by the line. He's 9.6 back now. Mayfield with a 36.2, 36.7 from Drake. So that gap and margin widening at this point. Mayfield 17 back from Tebow. Tebow, a little bit of a rough lap there, a 39.6. So that is a 3-second differential on that lap alone. Lap number 53, not too kind to one Jared Tebow in the Kyosho. Tessman, on the other hand, continues to click off these lap times. 36.3 last time by. He's on a 73 lap, 45.20. That would be on pace to win by 8 seconds. Right now, he's up by 5.6. 11:30 to go. 33:30 in, 11:30 remaining on the clock right now. Race number 27. Adam Drake and Mike Truey just 2 seconds apart. Stablemates with Team Losi. Let's check out what we're looking at here as far as manufacturers as we hit the 11-minute mark. 11 to go. Ty Tessman, your leader. And it's Hot Bodies, Kyosho, Associated, Losi, Kyosho, Losi, Associated, Kyosho, X-Ray, Losi, Durango, Agama, X-Ray, and Kyosho. So from top to bottom, as far as the manufacturers go for chassis, that's what we've got. And now we're 10:30 to go. More fuel stops happening. Louis Cavalieri fuels. A little bit slow takeoff right there from Cavalieri. Turns the corner and up the hill. Looks like everything's all right. Cavalieri 5 back from Fisher before the fuel stop. Fisher 6 back from King. King about 7 back from Truey. Truey gaining a little bit now on Drake. Drake coming down the hill with that bright orange front end. And then Truey right there with him. Drake with the black wing. Truey cases that step up. And then cases the triple on the right side. Not a smooth section for Truey. He was gaining on Drake, but now Drake pulling away a little bit more. Under 10 to go, 9:45 remaining right now. Biggest movers, well, Tessman from 7th to 1st. Ryan Mayfield from 11th to 3rd. Those are 2 big movers. Billy Fisher bumped just to make the show, and he goes from 13th to 7th. 9:30 remaining on the clock now. Tessman, 37.2 that time by, 5.6 between the two. Mayfield bringing it in for fuel, back down and away at the 9:10 mark. Is he going to try to stretch it here? He's 16 back from Tebow, so doesn't make sense to move up a spot, but to maybe get some distance between himself and Drake. Drake 12 back from Mayfield before that fuel. The leader comes in for fuel, Tessman. Ty Tessman at the 8:45 mark back out on the track, and I'm starting to think now that if you have fueled at this point, you think you can go the rest of the way home. And that's bad news for everybody else if Tessman leads out and is already fueled for the final time here in this main event. Then we might be looking at a back-to-back champion in Pro Truck. Hot Bodies would be super happy about that. Proline would be super happy about that. And OS as well. By the front side, Tessman. 42.5 to a 41.7 for Tebow. Tebow 3.5 back now. Tebow picking up some time right there. Fuel stop 42.5. That's just ridiculous. 8 minutes to go and a little bit less. Chris Wheeler now comes in for fuel, and he's back down and away. Give you another overall here at the 7:45 mark. Ty Tessman by 3.5 on Tebow. Ryan Mayfield 19 back. Then Adam Drake another 5 behind. Mike Truey 10 back in the top 5. Then it's Cody King. And here is King by the line. And the gap right now, 41.9. Tessman, Tebow, Mayfield top 3. Adam Drake, Mike Truey, Billy Fisher, Cody King, Ryan Cavalieri, Austin Blair, and Taylor Peterson, the top 10. Coming up on our 7-minute mark to go. 7 to go. A qualifier separates someone right now in favor. And now we're off the track for Lutz. So Lutz in the Durango losing the left rear. And his day is done. Ty Tessman right now, the odds-on favorite, as he has about 3.7, but we do feel like there's going to be a pit stop from second place. Jared Tebow in the Kyosho through that double-double singles. in cases now. He's several times been unable to kind of juice it up over that ski jump. And one at a time, not going to work out when you got a makeup time on one of the fastest kids on the planet from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada, Ty Tessman. Tessman through the step up. 36-3 last time for Ty. Tebow with a 35-1, or 37-1, 4.5 between the two. Mayfield, then Drake 9 back, Truey 8 behind. Billy Fisher 6 back, Cody King, Cavalieri, Austin Blair, Taylor Peterson top 5. Wheeler still in the mix now, and off the track, Lutz, Kortz, Beyer, and Rodriguez. Tightest battle on the track right now, Taylor Peterson and Chris Wheeler. Those two working off the backside, and now into the 5-pack rhythm section. Taylor Peterson in the X-ray, changed up in just the last few months, and picking up X-ray for Peterson as he went to the Worlds. Watch out at the front, watch out at the front. And now we're good, and Peterson comes in for fuel at the Worlds. Peterson, an excellent performance for Team Mugen, but he switches that up, and it's all X-ray right now. And he's running in 11th right now, just behind Wheeler. Tebow 5.8 back. Tessman 36-9. Tebow another mistake. So Ty Tessman stretching this one out. Tebow trying everything in the pocket to move up closer, but generally speaking, I do not see that happening in the last 10 minutes. Seems like Ty Tessman kind of in control right now, and you talk to that kid, ice water in the veins, just super cool, calm, and collected. And that's what you need right now when you've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining and you're trying to double up, go back to back in Pro Truck. Cody King by the front side, 39-2. He's 2 back from Fisher. Fisher 6, 5 back from Truey. Truey 6.8 back from Drake. Drake 8 back from Mayfield. Mayfield's kind of the lost story right now because, well, he's in a podium right now, but he's 20 back from Tebow, and he's way out front of Drake. So just not a lot to talk about other than the fact that Mayfield, a former champion in the class, and of course, always so very, very fast in truck. He is definitely heavy on the throttle, and that truck gets him through things when maybe the buggy wouldn't. So he's always lights out in the big truggy class, and down the backside he goes. Mayfield with Team Associated, and by the start-finish line, 37-6. So Mayfield 21 back from Tebow. Tebow now 11 back from Ty Tessman. Just show of hands, maybe. If you think Ty Tessman's going to win, raise your hand. Anybody? Nobody raised their hand. I'm guessing that's because either A, they can't hear, or B, they know that this kind of advantage with 3 minutes to go doesn't mean much. Anything can absolutely happen here in the last 3 minutes, even with Tessman leading way out of this one here by 11 seconds. Where that can help him out is if he sneaks by the line and then the timer goes off and we catch everybody in the field. At that point, no matter what happens, it'll be Tessman that takes home the championship for the second time in 2 years and the third time overall in truck. 2:30 to go now, 2 minutes 30 remaining. Stick around, handing out some awards immediately following this one here. .215 to go now. Ty Tessman by the start-finish line. 36-9. Fast lap of the race now. 35-6 from Mayfield. So Mayfield throws a very, very fast 35-6 down. Back on lap number 34. Tebow's quickest. Way back on lap 7. So ask yourself if Tebow maybe had the perfect tire for early and did it fade a little bit on him. Whereas Ty Tessman is working lap number 70. When did he run his fast lap? Lap 65. So Ty Tessman maybe picking the right tire tonight. little cool temperatures. I wouldn't say it's freezing cold, but it's not warm. And Ty Tessman maybe picking the right compound for the conditions. Of course, last year I think it was a little bit warmer. Tessman in through that shallow table, up through that step-up section, through the right side triple. Again, through the rollers on the backside. Tessman, that white front end, staring straight at us as he makes the turn. And then again, go now single through the ski jump section, avoiding some traffic right there. Still makes the inside line and doubles onto the back straightaway. 1 to go now. Ty Tessman, the final minute, separating him and maybe a second in 2 years in the Pro Truck category, and the third in 4. Tessman again through that shallow table. Jared Tebow 10 behind. Mayfield and then Drake 8 back. Mayfield has 8 seconds, so he's pretty comfortable at this point with the podium. Drake and then Truey 8 back. Fisher another 6/10 behind. 30 seconds to go. We are at the 30-second mark. By the line again, Tessman 36.6. 15 seconds, 15. Truey and Fisher side by side on the backside. Moving through the right now, and it's Fisher picking up that spot now on Truey. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 4, 3. And time has expired. And what's the situation? Well, Tessman and Tebow on the lead lap. Tessman just trying to keep it in one piece. Up and onto the back straightaway. A couple turns to go. If you guys think I'm singing "Oh Canada" here, I'm saving that for tomorrow. Ty Tessman in a Hot Bodies champion again, 2012 to 2013. Just go ahead and keep the trophy. Congratulations. Jared Tebow, a nice top 2 here, running in the top spot for a while during this one, but at the end, Tessman stretching out by 10 over Tebow. Mayfield, a nice top 3 for Team Associated. And so it's...
Good job, guys. Good job, man. Good running. All right, we're here with the J Concepts Pit Report. We got the top 3 drivers here on the driver's stand. Ty Tessman came from the 7th position to the win. We got Jared, who started up front. He faded just a little bit. Ty was right there. Ryan came from the 11th position. He came all the way up to 3rd. We're going to start right here with Ryan in the 3rd position. Ryan, tell us how the race kind of went for you, and are you pleased with how it turned out?
Yeah, I'm pumped with that. You know, the beginning of that race was a complete disaster for me. Anytime somebody was crashed or a marshal's on the track or anything, I was in it. So to come out on 3rd, I just stayed focused and dug in and put my heels in the ground and went for it. And you know, I had an awesome battle. It was a crazy battle with me, Ryan, Cody, Adam, Truey. It was just nuts for like 15 minutes. So to come out in 3rd, you know, it feels like a win, especially a terrible qualifying day, starting 11th. And these guys were on a whole nother level, you know, throwing laps down. So, you know, I'm pumped with 3rd. I'll hopefully buggy, take what I learned in this main event and see what, you know, happens in buggy.
All right, stay up here with us. We'll go to Jared here. Jared, tell us about your race and how it turned out for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid race. You know, I started out really strong. You know, my truck felt good the whole time. Just after the second pit stop, my engine just drastically richened up on the top end, and I just had 0 power after that, so I couldn't really get through the rhythm section, couldn't get over that double, and it was super slow on the straightaway. Just, I don't know, just after I got fuel, the top end just got super rich, and yeah, that was just kind of it after that.
Well, good run, Jared. Jared, we're going to move in, talk to Ty. Stay here with us. Ty, awesome job, man. Congratulations. Tell us how it feels.
It feels really good. It wasn't so good through qualifying, but it feels really good to double up 2 years in a row, or win Truggy 2 years in a row. It's just that race started out as kind of a rough start got together with some people, but I made my way through traffic and then just kind of run my own race. Didn't really crash that much. Just tried to make steady pace, and everything worked out.
When you guys are about 3 or 4 seconds apart, tell us how you feel kind of on the inside. You know, when you're battling with these guys, are you nervous, or are you kind of confident because you've been doing so well?
Yeah, I'm nervous a little bit, but I know they won't hit me or I won't hit them, so it's good racing. You just kind of wait for each other to bobble and then just try to keep it in till the end.
Okay, congratulations. That's Ty Tessman. We got your top 3 guys here. We got Ryan Mayfield with Team Associated. We got Jared Tebow here with Kyosho, and we got HPI Hot Bodies here with Ty Tessman. So congratulations to these guys, and we're going to move on to buggy tomorrow. Congrats, guys. Good run.